I think we're here.
We are here. Hello, greetings, everybody, and welcome to Disorderly Decisions. I am your humble DM for the evening. I am Sylvan, and I will pass it over to my wonderful and exciting players to see how you are all doing this evening. How you are all doing this evening. Wow, that was that I don't know what that word was.
I
It
kept
was
clicking the wrong
English.
button for Foundry.
So we were all saying, yeah, we're all here. You lied.
I lied. I was doing the wrong thing repeatedly and going, why? Why?
I've rolled a d20 twice now, and I got a natural 20 and then a 19, and I fear that is going to be the highest I've rolled all night. So I'm
Is
doing
that
great,
enough?
Bob.
Don't worry.
Do-
Everything will work out just fine.
So we are mid shopping episode. Okay. So
Oh, I need
Uh,
combat.
I believe the shopping has completed unless there was something else you wanted to look for, because I will go over the summary of what happened last time. So, following your fight with the cultists hiding in the abandoned warehouse, you searched the area and found a few things. Of particular note were two vials of a potion found at the scene of the flight of one of the cult members who got away. Curious about the ingredients for making one particularly rare potion that you found, you sought out a. Wait, backing up. Before seeking out the ingredients and the potentially who made it, you did report back to the Captain Graves at the Stormwatch Keep, or excuse me, Stormbreaker Keep, where you also, I believe, brought one of the bodies of the cultists with to deliver to him just for questioning at a later date, which he informed you he already had one that was waiting its allotted 10 days so they could inquire again of the corpse. Following that, you found a place to rest at, I believe, the Leaping Bluefish, where you were able to get some much needed food and rest for the night before the next day waking up and going out for your shopping adventures, where you made your way to an alchemist shop called the Bruise Brothers, run by some two sharply dressed individuals who looked nothing alike, despite the name of the location. You purchased a few things, and upon exiting from the shop, you heard a voice call out from the crowd. Somebody who recognized Yvonne by her stage name, Piper. And that is where we ended. You standing in front of this alchemist shop. A crowd of people filling the promenade around you. Shops and stalls open throughout this area. The sounds of performers, shopkeepers trying to hawk their wares, as you see dashing out from around a few of the members of the crowd a small figure, halfling, dressed in fairly simple clothing. But as he kind of darts out, you see on his face these little spectacles that he kind of pushes up under this mop of just crazy purple hair. He sort of runs up. He starts running towards you guys with kind of a. He looks tired, like exhausted, like he's been running around a lot this day. but he's maybe
I heard he's running up to us.
about 60 feet off as he kind of
Gun, fireball.
Yeah, I'd like to use my natural 20 I rolled earlier with my +3 Vorpal battle axe to cut his head off.
Okay. He
Well,
is
I'm
in
troubled
a
about invisible
he
hook.
is in a crowd of people. You are currently in a shopping plaza, essentially, full of
There isn't about to be.
many,
Yeah, I
many
didn't ask how big the room was. I said fireball.
All right.
Children, no.
You were not given commands by Lysander to kill.
Do I know this
Salon.
person? Does
Lysander's
Yvonne
checking
know
out a
this
pair
person?
of boots.
I'm checking them.
Give me a let's call it perception. See if you recognize anything on him.
That's a natural 1 for a 9.
All right. You don't recognize anything about this as you kind of look towards him, trying to recognize any sort of familiar, like anything on his clothes or anything that you've got, that he's got that you might recognize. You don't seem to see anything about him that strikes you as unique. Just some random halfling person who's kind of smiling in your direction and waving to you.
Nothing is worse than when someone knows your name and you don't remember theirs.
I
Yeah.
just walk away.
Does he? Does he look like he's like threatening, or he? I mean, I know he's smiling, but he's like approaching, like a fan.
He's jogging towards you jovially. He's got, like I said, a smile. He looks tired, like he's been running around a lot, but I mean, he doesn't look threatening to you. But you, like I said, you don't recognize the face, and he's still moving toward, like, as he gets maybe about 30 feet out, he's going to start to slow down and walk, like, start walking towards you.
I put my hand out. Yvonne's not taking any pictures at this time.
You guys are hard to find.
Zizzle's going to blink and look at him and look at the crowd of odd creatures and hooligans that we have here. I really don't think we are.
Yvonne would like to detect thoughts, please.
Yay, Chaos Crew, what's up?
Detect Thoughts has two.
So I have what is this? Telepathic.
So Detect Thoughts has two things. You can detect surface thoughts, or you can dig deeper, and that forces a wisdom save. Are you trying to dig deeper into his mind? But if you do that, he does know if he passes the save that you're digging in his brain.
If it makes you feel
let's
better,
dig in.
Boom Boom will make a nice distraction for you. As from in front, like Boom Boom will cross her arms and go, "So you found us, yes, peasant? Well, you may address Princess Boom Boom first. She says this from inside the swaddle on Lysander's chest."
I forgot you were baby-born.
Turn me towards him, Lysander.
Yeah,
Rotate.
she will actually, like, at one point, like, reach up and grab, like, a lock of Lysander's hair and try to pull him over. Like, no, face me proper.
My straight jacket locked and everything.
So let's dig deep. I don't care.
All right. So
Yvonne has no chill.
wisdom save, I do believe. All right.
Silvery
That-
barbs.
That is an 18 plus 6. 24.
Well, that fail. That passes.
So
18
as
plus
he
6.
kind of steps forward and you try and subtly cast this spell, his eyes immediately go towards you. That's not very nice. And I'd appreciate you staying out of my head. And in your head, you hear the voice again. Don't do it again. You are muted.
Nixie will go over and be like, "You hear them too?"
The voices. They're all around.
I'm sorry. I feel like I've missed a few steps here. Why were you looking for us? Who are you and what are you talking about?
Well, are you going to try again? Okay. Because you were muted when you said that, but I heard you. Well, I've been trying to get a hold of you. You were started at the Featherdancer's Rest, and you've been running all over the Isle of Coin, and then somehow you...
Yeah, but we don't have any cars for you to talk about the car's extended warranty, if that's what you're looking.
Oh no, this is the dude. This is the messenger we were waiting for, and we fucking forgot about.
He comes up, he's like, I got a message for you. Your eyes only. And then just
Orkanis
runs off.
sent me to find you. But finding you has proved to be rather difficult. Because you don't like to stay in one place, I noticed.
Sorry about that. Things kind of got hectic yesterday, and we kind of meant to go back to Featherdancer's Rest. But, we didn't quite make it there. Lots of
Well.
things happened.
Well, is... Well, would you like to go somewhere and have a conversation? Or do you want me to just tell you what I know here?
Oh,
Trying to get us to go to a second location?
Never go to a second location. Everybody knows that. You crazy kidnapper.
Boom Boom has been warned by Graham not to do that ever, ever, ever. You
Zizzle
must be a
again looks
ne'er-do-well.
all of his party. You think this one guy is gonna kidnap the 5 of us? 6 of us? I can't count.
Well, he looks really tired, so why don't you just tell us what you know right here?
In the middle of the street, in public, about sensitive
We'll
information.
just.
He's already got you persuaded.
I'm
Zizzle,
just-
snap out of it. He wants to go somewhere else.
I'm just asking questions. This just seems like a lot of information that we probably shouldn't be speaking about in public. On a
You're
street.
you're so gullible.
Lysander,
I
send
am
me
the
around
gullible
your back. I need to walk behind us.
I am the gullible one. 3 of you are on leashes. I am not one of them.
I have not been on a leash the entire time.
You're supposed to be. Get back in your leash.
I will not be held down.
I'm gonna have to swaddle all of you.
Nixie and... Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Nixie looks notably excited.
Nixie and Boom Boom were both tripping balls.
Oh God.
Which, well, at this point in time, it's come down.
And it was Grimlich too, right?
Yeah, we all 3 of us.
Oh
We
yeah,
didn't
Grimlich
know.
was too.
Yeah, we walked up to talk to the Skyfish.
Yes. Which is why you
Yeah, I
are
walked-
that Nixie and Boom Boom are not leashed because they cut their bond, or Grimlich cut their bonds so they could fly up to talk to the hallucinated giant fish flying through the sky.
It was a rainbow fish.
Yep.
That's
So
right.
yeah, Boom Boom will stare at the halfling and go, "You and your 2 brothers need to learn that you can't get us just to leave, just because you want us to. I'm on to you." And she'll like point at her, like do the like, fingers to eyes, and then she'll point at the wrong one. So she's just pointing at nothing. I got my eyes on you.
Boom, boom. There's nothing there.
Do not listen to him, Boom Boom. Zizzle has gone blind. He's ready to just walk with this man to nowhere.
I am not.
We're going with him to a separate location.
Thank you, Alexander.
Avi, are you sure? Are we safe?
Nixie will go
Why
over
wouldn't
and
we
grab
be safe?
Lysander's hand.
Yes.
Are you
We
sure
are
it's
very
okay?
safe. We are the safest people in this city. I can almost guarantee it.
What second location do you suggest that we go to?
There's friends at the Leaping Bluefish, which
Boom Boom will cut him off and go, "We haven't been to the Leaping Bluefish yet. I think we should go there."
Oh, Boom Boom. We started at the Leaping Bluefish.
I think I would remember that.
that's where you started your day.
Well, that's where we woke up. We can go there. I feel like you need a drink.
What was our next destination? Were we supposed to go somewhere else?
Shipwreck Curios. We were going to finish our shopping trip. We never made it to the Shipwreck Curios guy. But we can do
Okay,
that
should we
later.
go there?
This gentleman needs to give us a message first, so he can go back about his day.
We knew he was coming. We've been waiting for him.
Waiting for him for 3 days.
Boom Boom will
Pretty
throw
much the
her head
entire
back and be
time
like,
you've been in this city. Like, you went to Montgomery and he's like, I have an informant who will give you some information. Where can I find you? And then you never went back.
To be fair, we went there that night, was attacked by Yig, and then immediately left that place and never went back. Yes,
Exactly.
that is correct.
That's why he's kind of
Was-
frustrated, because he's been looking for you and you haven't stayed in one place this whole time.
and then Yvonne tried to read his mind.
Well, Zizzle and I said to quit talking this man's ear off and let's go someplace so he can tell us a message. Jeez.
Come along.
So you make your, I mean, the Leaping Bluefish is at the edge of the promenade, so it's really not a far walk. You walk across the promenade, enter back into the inn that you stayed at this morning, and the common room of this place is fairly empty. You see there is one of the barmaids and the innkeeper are there. And you see at one table, you see 2 figures who look like they're in the middle of a very late breakfast. But other than that, you do not see anyone here.
This would be a lovely place to stay.
It was a lovely. This is where we... I am sorry about her. She is new to this planet.
The halfling kind of, he walks towards the bar and you see him motion to the innkeeper, who gestures to him to continue on, and he marches behind the bar and through a door.
Zizzle follows.
Okay.
Zizzle, you can't. It says employees only.
That is okay.
Zizzle, you
I'm
follow.
not my glasses.
You follow, and the innkeeper, who you told the passphrase the night before, doesn't even try to stop you as you continue following the halfling into the kitchen, where he quickly crosses the room to a small, what looks like a pantry door, opens it up, enters inside there, and disappears into the dark room.
Zizzle follows.
Yeah,
No
Ivan will
hesitation.
follow too. Yeah.
You pass through this door and find it is, yes, in fact, a small pantry. You see jars and crates and barrels and things lining the walls, but now you see it's a short door. Probably it easily, for most of you, could walk through standing up, since you're all small people. But it's like a 3-foot door that's off in the corner of the room that's kind of hidden behind a crate that is currently open, and you see a small glow from inside the door.
Zizzle ducks his way in.
Look, there's a crate and barrel in here.
One will going to.
Yeah, Boom Boom will hop out of the swaddle, look around the room, walk over, and she'll knock down a jar. As the pickles fall to the floor, she'll go, "And nothing was lost," and then head down.
Privilege grinds them into the floorboards.
But person's place of business, there is no need to be rude.
We are saving them the devastation of having these unleashed upon the populace.
Some people
This is an
pay for
evil.
it. They are not bad.
This is
Some
a great
people
evil.
like
Some people are wrong.
Lysander will eat a pickle.
I've stepped on them.
Actually, when the pickles hit the floor, Nixie will jump on fear.
Yeah.
Snake!
Straight up.
You duck through this door into the small room, but big enough for you all to fit in. You see there's a small table in center and a number of chairs that surround it, and sitting at the head of the table you see the halfling on a very tall stool, but still sitting at the table's height. It's a normal height table. Come in. Close the door once you're all inside. So, I don't know if you were told my name by Montgomery, but I am Norbert. Norbert Noakes. I've been working for him for a while, and this has been an interesting week. Most of the information I have is, some of it I think you've already, based on me following you around and trying to find you guys, I think you already know about the graveyard. And
Yeah, we did kind of stumble upon that one.
Wow, really? Well, there's some of the other things I found out. I think you might have also taken care of, if rumors are to be believed. Here on the Isle of Waves, there was a group of individuals that causing some problems for some of the shop owners, burning things down and causing a ruckus. But if my sources are to be believed, they were part of this Death Speaker cult that you've been looking for. So, but...
Oh yeah, I went through one of those.
You went through one of them?
Yeah,
The cultists?
I had to get the gravity squeegee.
Nixie will nod.
Well... With what
And she'll
they
kind
did-
of gesture to her rapier and just kind of pat it.
Nixie did good.
With what they did to the Duke, I can't say I blame you. But, have you guys made it to the Isle of Gods yet? Because apparently there's a shop
We're
there
trying.
that seems to be connected with odd behavior, some of the things coming and going from there, but I haven't been able to follow the rumors and find the shop itself. I've just figured out that it's there.
Do they have potions?
They might, but like I said, I haven't
There was
figured
a
out
guy
which
that
one
turned
it is.
into a water thingy. And then went poof. And I tried to go after him, but he got away, and I was going real fast.
Well, it's very possible they sell potions. That might limit down your search. If that's potentially a place that he could have gotten it.
That was a
I
weird
don't-
one, so maybe.
This whole situation has been a mess because both members of the local lords on the Isle of Crowns and the appointees from Tarson on the Isle of Knights have been accusing one another back and forth. A few particularly loud ones have been trying to point the blame at others. But, I mean, the ones who were there with the Duke when he was attacked, most of them died but one. And that one seems to be trying to lead the charge in getting this situation resolved.
Do you know which one died? Or which one is the name of the one leading the charge?
That's Lord Dobb. He was
Boom Boom chuckles.
he was there, and the Duke was attacked. He was wounded during the fight, but managed to escape. He's the one who actually called the guards into the chamber and was able to rally a defense against the few remaining counselors who were in there. I believe you met one of them already. The Unread is one of the few survivors, too.
Yes. But I don't remember meeting him. Do we trust Lord Dobb? I mean, just friends of the Duke?
Well, I wouldn't say he was friends with the Duke. He was he was nearby when the attack happened. He wasn't a member of the Duke's council. He was just attacked because he was close. Escaped. I don't trust anybody until I really truly know what their intentions are. I've learned that if it's a lord, or a noble of some sort, trust is a strong word when dealing with them.
That is fair.
Money tends to be what they trust.
You definitely have a way with words on that one, because that seems to be the only language some of them understand. He's not a local lord either. He's one of the Tanahari representatives, so definitely don't know if I would trust him, but at least trying to rally some kind of a investigation. Doesn't seem to be gaining any traction with his lackeys either, but still. Keep an eye on him at least. So, like I said, don't have much information, but you guys kind of beat me to most of the stuff I already had.
is okay. We're following down other leads. We were not sure when you were sure, and we did intend to go back to the Featherdancer's Rest that night. I do apologize for that.
Well,
That's really-
will you be staying here then for the foreseeable future? Or should I just send messages or leave messages for you in some location?
How many nights did
Nice.
we book here?
You didn't. Just one.
They
Yeah.
didn't?
Yeah, we were going just the one
Great.
night for here.
I believe you still have a few days booked at the Featherdancer's Rest, but
Yeah, I think, guys, we still kind of half-ass plan on heading back there. The only reason we stayed on the island tonight is because it was like 1 a.m. and we were all cooked.
yeah, exactly.
You were cooked. I wanted to keep going.
Yeah, well, yeah. That was tapped. I was cooked. And all of us were at like 1 HP. So
Single
Or
digits.
short rest would be fine.
Grimlich didn't hear no bell.
Grimlich never hears bells.
birds can't hear bells.
They can't. It's canonical.
But I think we're planning on going back to the Featherdancer's Rest. I kind of planned on going there last night, but it kind of got out of hand with the cultist and the bar fight and the graveyard fight. It's just been a busy day.
There was a lot going on.
And find
I am
out
going to be
person in the grave.
100%. I am going to be 100% honest. I have no idea what is going on. I have just been following you.
That kind of tracks. That explains a lot, honestly.
I do not know who this Duke is. I do not know what has become of them. I just kind of showed up and
We thought this kind
Here
of
I am.
may adopt this bird. I'm gonna blame Lucy on that one.
And boom boom.
Yeah,
Because I found him,
Boom Boom
and he
will
was
go.
the,
Go ahead.
just because I found him and he was the shadow that was moving between the sidewalks on the different sides and the buildings and all this stuff doesn't necessarily mean. Well, yeah, I brought him up.
That was
And then she'll give Grimlich a hug.
he gives you a super squeeze.
Nixie looks over.
I have no regrets.
Didn't say it was a
Does
bad
Nixie
thing. I thought
believe
it-
that the figment of her imagination became manifest into Grimlich? Like 100%
Absolutely.
convinced?
100%. Nixie is 100% convinced that her delusion is something that now everyone can see because she willed him into existence.
It's a real Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends going on over here.
Yeah.
If you guys stop believing in me, I'll disappear and I'll have to come be a new character.
Oh, Lord.
So we can bring Bacchus back?
Yeah, Bacchus is the one that knows like
Everything.
the information area. Grimlich is just like, I knew you guys were fighting witches and monsters and stuff. I'm looking for monsters.
We have found those in the short time. that
Grimlich
we've
was
known
sold
them.
at fuck shit up. We like to
Yeah.
fuck shit up, and he's like, oh, man.
That was what Boom sold Boom Boom too.
You had me at pho.
Boom Boom just wanted to go for a walk. This is what Boom Boom considers a walk.
God, the
Doesn't
violence.
that mean the things falling from the sky resulting in boom boom? That was you?
What?
So I got there first. Does that
No.
make it me again?
I didn't summon Boom Boom. If it was me, that would have been a rock. Not an ambulatory person
Right.
with fiery wings.
Are you saying
you a-
Rock
you a
is
rock?
better than Princess Boom Boom?
I think he's I think he's saying that you are a rock, which means you are solid.
Boom Boom will hold up her arm and then like smack it on something really hard and go, ow, shit.
I am so sorry, sir.
Let me help you with that. Snapped your arm.
Well, we plan on going back to the Featherdancer Rest. Although, to be fair, I don't know if they have a daycare, so we may not be allowed back.
Well, the songbird is good at dealing with challenging people.
This is fair.
So, so like I said, is there anything you want me to try and find? I mean, Olgamri said to help you out wherever I could. I can look for any other rumors or any other. I'm still trying to find that. Excuse me. The shop, or are you gonna go that way?
If you can find the shop, that would be good. We will plan on probably heading that way at some point, but I don't know when that will be. I know we have. Well, and this is going to look at the rest of the party. I'll be honest, I have some things I need to work on that may or may not help us with this. But I would like to have a couple of days of downtime to do so. But we may end up heading to the Isle of Gods eventually here.
Do we have your little refrigerator on the back of Kronk yet?
Yeah, for sure. If it's not on Kronk's back, Zizzle is full on Tanjiroing it. Like,
No, you guys had the saddle made, and that was why Yvonne wasn't in the fight in the graveyard, because she went to deal with that.
Okay. I don't remember
Priorities.
if we had gotten that yet or not.
Yes.
Yeah,
you
we had
do.
a cool sixer in the cooler.
well, I mean, it's Zizzle's cooler, so there's some cool stuff in there. A sixer is not one of them.
Yeah, I mean, Grimlich is looking for 3 souls, man. And he doesn't know where to even begin, so he's got no agenda.
You're looking for 3 souls in particular?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we left the hags.
We left the hags behind, though.
Oh. Well, then I must be away.
Bye, guys.
No.
Nixie just starts crying.
Don't start believing in me. Me.
Fades.
Yeah.
He does like a little poof teleport, and Nixie's just like, "Oh my god."
I won't. And this is going to look at the rest of it. I don't know what y'all want to do, but I would really like to check out the rest of the Shipwreck Curios place, and then have a couple of days to work on some things. That will help some of us. I don't have anything planned for you two yet. I'm sorry, I'm working on it. It's just here very new, and I don't know how best to help you yet.
Boom Boom will go, well, I mean, it'd give us a chance to go look around. I could maybe find some more new material plane stuff. Orkanis stuff? Display stuff. What do you guys have here? You guys got any Blitzberry shrooms? Or any Zippy Zaps? Or any... She starts listing off a shit ton of Feywild drugs.
No. just you say something and use the word now.
Got some zippy zap.
As he's talking about that, or as she's talking about this, Nixie's nose will just start twitching.
No.
Need to start looking up. I need to dig into the Book of Vile Darkness and find some drug addiction stuff. You're welcome.
Nixie's not addicted.
Meth.
She exclusively is looking for catnip.
Boom
She
Boom
just
will go,
accidentally sniffed the thing that Boom Boom had this last time.
there's nutcrackers, but boys don't want to do that. She shakes her head.
No.
All right. So you're sending.
Feywild drugs would go hard.
You're sending Norbert to try and find the shop. And did you want him to do anything else?
You happen to hear of a man named Asher?
Mm, Let me take a look at something here. What is his?
Let me take a look in my
Pretty
secret DM book.
Pretty good. Yep. Ooh, pretty good. I've heard the name before. What did you need to know?
My understanding, someone took him out when he was on a job, and I haven't seen him in a while, and I want to find the people that did it.
Got any clues about who took him out?
Only bad information from bad individuals. So probably not.
I know you got information from somebody who wasn't a bad individual.
Was it the one? Oh,
The old lady, right?
Yeah.
Not the old.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I don't remember that one. It was a while ago.
That was a while ago. It was Let me find it. Because you got a contact when you were in Use Hollow.
Yeah.
It was the herbalist.
hmm
Oh, it was not the old lady who everybody thought murdered her husband, but really didn't.
No.
Just a sweet old lady.
No. She was not that old lady. It was the herbalist who helped with the twins' mom.
Ah, that's right. You're right.
I have herbalist knew something, but I don't have their name.
She Wildheart. You got a description of the individual. Male dwarf, reddish blonde hair with beard braided and a large fan of small braids. Black eyes, one ear missing, smell of cheap tobacco, and his lips were stained in a natural shade of blue.
Nixie will relay that information, I guess.
Well, let me take another. Well, not sure about the individual himself, but the blue lips is unique. Sanish is hard to come. Sanish is hard to come by. It's starting to spread south, but generally, I believe it was originally brought into the continent up north. Solitude or maybe Oakenhold, probably Solitude if anywhere. But I do believe you can find it growing in popularity among some of the more seedy parts of town. Here and farther south in Southmark, Tarson, and other places.
Thank you. If you hear anything else, keep me updated, please.
Alright. I will certainly keep my ears open. See if I can find anyone passing through with that description. And pass the word along. Do you want him found or removed? I have a few contacts who...
I think found. I think I would like to be the one to remove him.
And Nixie's claws will like kind of come out for a second. She'll like wave her fingers back, and then the claws will go back in.
Zizzle's chair moves to the side, further away from Nixie a little bit.
Did we ever discuss Nixie's connection to the it's called the Réseau Volé? It's the basically large network of thieves, or would you be less inclined to be thieves and more inclined to be a little darker in behavior group?
I think they probably would have had some connection to them, if nothing else, because hers is the spy background.
Okay.
So she probably would have tried to rub elbows with as many people as she could.
Okay. Yeah. I have a few connections in the hand that might be able to search around in some other locations as well as here. Pass the word along, though. You would my God, my brain. Colloquially referred to as the Hand, this group, the Thieves, essentially Thieves Guild, that operates throughout most of the country.
Okay. Thank you.
So, I'll keep an eye out for a blue-lipped dwarf and try and find you that shop. And I will check back in at the Featherdancer's Rest. If I find anything, I will leave messages with one of our staff members there who are of a like mind.
Many thanks. We will try to be easier to find, or at the very least leave notes with staff members. The ones who tell, the ones who fit.
Well, if all else fails and I can't get a hold of you there, Yukiro here at the Leaping Bluefish is definitely one that you could leave messages with him, and she knows how to contact me.
This is good to know.
So, if nothing else needed from Norbert, he will nod.
I think Nixie actually would have a question, but I'm trying to remember the name of the location. But not Nixie. Boom Boom!
I was about to say, wow.
I have more questions?
Do you have more
Oh,
questions?
Nixie.
What is
Voice
the
of
location
the
you're
Lord.
trying to think of?
It's in Orkanis, the continent.
That's a big
the
area.
forest. The forest with the Eldraine.
Eladrin, that's the Shadewood.
Yeah, Boom Boom will go. Would you be able to get a message to the Shadewood?
It's over. If you look, I got it over here. It's a bit outside my range of influence and connections, but I'm sure I could figure out something.
Boom Boom will go. Well, I could really use some servants, so I was hoping they'd send some of the people from there. The people who work for us. They're like you, but they understand face stuff.
I don't. Just like summon servants, Boom Boom. That is not how the world works.
Boom Boom will go, wait, really?
Really? That's the. I don't. At least not that I'm aware of. You can't just like. Hey, you now work for me. That's slavery. That's evil. That is not good.
Well, no, like we. I mean, they get stuff. I think.
They're paid.
Yeah.
That's not slavery. It's just slavery with
Well,
extra steps.
well, like for some of them, like when the hunters go through, they like find kids and they swap them out. Something like that. I don't remember. But that's how we get the people, and then they do stuff.
Well, I mean, I could certainly try, but it'll be a while. It's 2 weeks or so to get there and back. I certainly
Boom Boom will go.
pass the word along that. Who are you?
I'm Boom Boom.
Princess Boom Boom.
It's very much true.
That's
Well,
pretty much that's true.
Lysander's been a very nice leal servant anyway, so I mean that's fine. I'll deal with it.
Thanks, Lysander.
He's gonna bang his head against the wall a little bit.
Except he's defective when he hurts himself like that.
I don't. I'm very confused.
His friend used to do that. I think he said it was a stress response. He also told me that the only trying thingy that he knew about was I took his patience. But I never took anything from him.
Slow lizard eye blink. Zizzle's head hits the table.
I will say, with the people who've interacted with Boom Boom for more than like the 5 minutes this guy has, he has asked Boom Boom outright, would she like anything? She's going to keep shooting her shot until someone tells her to stop. So she'll just start going, well, I could use some candy.
No.
And
Boom boom. Boom boom. Boom boom. No.
what about gold?
No. No.
Boom Boom just like has like a notepad and she slowly starts to lower it.
We're trying to teach her manners. We're pretty sure she is feral. She was kind of just thrown from the sky. I was very disappointed she was not a space rock. I do apologize for her.
Well, I mean, it's if she's Princess Boom Boom, and I can't do anything for you right now, but I'm certain I can send a message that way and see what comes up. Hmm.
Boom Boom will go, yeah, just make sure the note gets to Graham. She'll know what it means.
Okay,
So-
that's a good question game-wise. Does anyone else hear music?
Yes.
Ooply just has it turned down.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I too hear music when I turn the volume up.
Well, I just wanted to make sure. So, if there's no other requests of him, he will nod his head
Zizzle
to
has
you.
one.
Oh, yeah.
So this might be a weird one. It might be outside of your range of expertise. Have you ever heard of the name Ragged Worth?
Say again.
Ragged Worth?
Ragged Ruth, because it's hard for me to say that in Zizzle's accent.
Ragged Worth?
That's what I heard too.
I'll try it. You try
Speak
saying
up.
it when speaking
Speak
at
up,
the bottom
Zizzle.
of your throat.
Rattled Ruth?
Okay, show off.
Doesn't sound
Nixie
like a
acting
good,
ass.
Doesn't sound like a good name for sure, but can't say that I would know anyone by that name.
That is okay. I thought it was a long shot. You seem to know a lot of things, so it's worth asking. But I kind of figured just like, asking anything about the stellar compass. It's just going to be a little bit outside of your wheelhouse.
Well, I'll certainly keep my ears open. You said Ragged Ruth and the what?
Just Ragged Ruth.
Okay.
We can just write about that one for now. Thank you, though.
I can do that. All right. If there's nothing else now, he will depart, leaving you in this small meeting room.
Okay.
To discuss what your next steps are, because I'd certainly like to know.
Boom Boom will look around and go, so we live here now, right? This is our place?
No, I wouldn't want to live. I mean, this is a nice room, but it's just a very small room.
Boom Boom will go, well, we're leaving my room, then we should take this table with us.
No, it's not.
I shall grab this end.
Let's leave the damn table alone. Do we want? Listen, I don't know what y'all's plans are. I have things I want to work on and finish. And
we have a table right here. You can work on them.
That is an option. We also have a discount available to us at the Shipwreck Curios, the magic item shop, because of the nice guard captain from last night.
I have 3 terrifying souls that I need to recover for the Dust Mother.
Yes. So, do you know the name of those souls by chance?
Yes. They go by Sanguilog the Weeping, Krondix, and Obgoth the Collective.
Is the collective more than one?
You could say that.
But it's one soul when you get it?
Yes.
Alright, Ivan has no idea what we're doing here, so... She's lost. What are we doing here? I have like amnesia or something? Why are we here?
Are you talking about this room specifically, or like in general?
The city specifically. According to the DM, we are looking for someone who killed the Duke.
Yeah, so we came to the city after we found the cult in Year's Hollow, because we had notes proving that the cult was in the city, and we came this way. And on the way here, we found out that the Duke had been murdered and assassinated from his wife up in the nice Peacock house. And then she asked us to look into it on our way here, because we were very obviously not a part of that. And then we came here and we met Montgomery, who told us some more things about the Duke being murdered. And then we kind of ran around and did a lot of things and didn't sit down where we said we were going to be sitting. And then we got chased here by Yig and was attacked by Yig. And that was bad. And Lysander got ate by a giant frog again.
Yep, that I remember.
Again being the key word.
Yeah.
Well, I've solved the murder. It's the guy who's looking. It's the guy who's formulating the search, who was just happened to be there. It got attacked. Likely story. He's the guy who perpetrated the murder. We should probably just go kill him.
Let's do it.
Let's not do that. That is a lord from another country, and if we kill him here without, overwhelming evidence that he did do it, if he did it, we don't know that he did it. That is just speculation.
But hear me out. They won't know if it's just a fireball thrown into his room in the middle of the night.
Bumble, you have giant flaming wings.
I am a shadow. I could sneak into his room at night.
Grimlich is a shadow.
But remove him from this world.
Okay, that is great, but what if he didn't do it?
Well, then we will find out who did. A process of elimination.
but the man will still be dead, and you're okay with just murdering an innocent person. They did nothing wrong except try to defend a man who was being attacked, and actually ended up saving some folk inside the council chamber. Click on red.
It's all a ruse.
Nixie's good at making people talk.
In the spy stories that I normally read, what Grimlich is saying is completely correct.
Yes, I understand the tropes. I read the books too. However, this is not a book. This is where we live, and we need to be very careful before we just go around murdering folks left, right, and center.
Are you saying this isn't some kind of game?
Yes, this is life. What is wrong with you? I understand that this plane of existence is not the one that you come from, but you should try to treat the people here with a little bit of respect. Boom.
People can't talk if they're dead.
Well,
That is
I
not
mean,
true,
Well, that
Max.
seems,
But
yes, that seems to be on the contrary. As the sheriff that we just left said, he was going to question a dead person.
Well, I mean, like, it
Needed to wait
requires
for
extra
somebody, but he
steps.
wasn't going to do it.
Like, you can do it, but, like, it takes more stuff.
you're not
I'd
wrong.
rather just get the answers now.
So what's our next step to finding this cult?
We send that man to the Dust Mother, and she shall find out all.
Or we can chase down this lead that Norbert just told us about on the Isle of Gods in this conversation we just had no more than 10 minutes ago.
I was not listening.
Boom Boom chuckles and goes, his name's Norbert. Adds nothing else to the conversation.
Send the souls to the Dusk Mother. Do you eat those too?
That is the way I transport them sometimes. Usually I walk with them, if they are good souls. The bad souls I digest.
Wow. Okay.
Do they have a taste?
Ah!
No. And I do not taste anything.
That's disappointing. Food is delicious.
So
Why
If you
don't
knew the
we head
souls
to
that I
the?
was sent after, you would not want to taste them either.
Do we, are
Let's
we
set up-
on a are we on a time crunch? Do we have a timeline to do this, or?
I mean, kind of, sort of, not really. We know that there is some store somewhere, maybe on the Isle of Gods. That is all we know. We are also, I kind of just told Norbert to maybe go try and find it if he can. So we kind of have a little bit of free time. However, just as a note of order, Yig is still out there. The guy who tried to kill us in the Featherdancer's Rest like 2 nights ago.
Why don't we just go kill him?
We can. That is one of the things I need to work on. I do have a sample of his blood, and I could potentially maybe make a spell that could help us track him down, which would be a good thing because he was one of the hag's peoples, and they did some bad things like stealing babies.
Can you work on that while we take Champion Grimlich back to his arena to uphold his title?
And maybe that is an option. We do, and I'm just pulling this one out here again because I feel like we've kind of forgotten already. We do have a discounted magic item shop that should be open roughly about now. And
Well, why don't we go there first?
Let's go there.
Let's
That
go
sounds
there.
good. Do you
That's a
think
good idea, Yovan. Let's go.
Yes, quit
Let's
the lane. Let's
go.
go.
Good thinking.
Nixie will come over and give Zizzle a hug.
I'm
all
gonna throw
right.
all of you
So
off.
heading to the shop.
The discount store.
Not the discount
Not-
store. You're going to a shop where you have a discount because you killed.
We would like to go to Goodwill.
We're
Dollar
going to
Tree.
the
Dollar
Five
General.
Below.
The Dollar General, please.
We do not want to go to the Dollar General. That is a dangerous place, full of scum and villainy.
Well, to keep your championship title, we have to take you to a Waffle House where you have to fight every moment you're in there.
Damn. Alrighty then. So you depart from this little hidden chamber and make your way. Oh, where is it? No. Sorry. Trying to find shipwreck curios. All right, there it is. So you make your way easy to find here in the promenade. Most of these, there's stores that actually have buildings, not the little shops, are lining the outside and pretty easy to find. They have usually some pretty large signage. You make your way over to what looks like a ship, like the prow of a ship, sticking out of the second story of this building. So somebody took the whole front end of a massive ship and made it the second story of this building, making it very easy to find. Making your way inside, you see there's a few customers sort of milling around on the inside, and behind the counter you see this massive hunched form that's kind of like working on something below the counter. You just see this giant shell, green scaled shell, and this hunched form working on something behind there.
Hello?
Hello? How can I help you today?
And as he kind of sits up, you see this flat-faced turtle with a small beak and these goggles on his eyes, and he's just kind of got these with these massive, like, stumpy fingers that he has, but he's delicately holding these tools as he's working on something below the counter.
Is there anything in particular that you're looking for today?
It kind of really depends on what you have. We were sent here by Commander Graves after providing some help on a recent case, and he thought you might have some things that might be of interest to us.
Looking for potions or items?
A little bit of both. Well, it depends on the potions, I would think. Do we need the potions?
Potions are always nice.
I got a few of the healing variety of potions.
Those are good.
Did the commander, by chance? No, he did send it to me, never mind. That's DM being stupid. I got a few.
This is the second time we've talked about DM.
Yeah, I don't know who that person is. I got a few of the regular variety of healing potions and 2 greater healing potions.
So we got like 100% discount? What's happening?
You got a 20% discount.
Finder doesn't count, Yvonne.
550 discount.
No, that's 5.
Don't.
20%.
Does it look like we can beat this guy up?
No. Boom Boom, no.
If Boom Boom
Well,
actually says that, Lysander's gonna get real close and just say, if you're good for the entire time that we are in this city, I'll give you this, and he'll hold up the necklace of fireballs.
Oh. Boom Boom flies up into the swaddle and just shuts the fuck up.
Zizzle looks at Lysander in both respect and terror.
You don't know what you've done.
Nixie will go over and tug on Lysander's jacket.
Do I get something too?
If you're good, I'll give you some of your catnip.
She'll just look up, beaming, and then circle around you twice, and then just kind of rest, put herself directly underneath your hand so that your hand just is resting on top of her head.
Now I can never move.
I cannot be bought.
I cannot be bought.
Boom Boom will hold up a hand. I can!
That's just terrifying. Well, You said had. My brain is short circuiting on prices for potions. Does anybody know what they are?
Oh, that.
Can I
No.
seduce the guy so he give us like a 50% discount?
You're gonna seduce the giant
Shh.
turtle?
Show him a little
You
ankle.
have to say some
Yeah.
things. You can't just say I'm going to seduce. I'm going to continue saying what I got. I do have some other potions. I got this one here, and he picks this vial up, and it's this
semi-viscous liquid, and as he kind of shakes it around, you see a small crescent-shaped item that's kind of suspended inside of this thing.
Apparently, the guy I got this from said this one makes you very strong for a short period of time.
And then he pulls up another one that is this yellow liquid that is like seems to be moving all on its own with these streaks of black that move through it.
And this one here makes you very fast for about a minute. Those are the potions that I have, but I got a few other items here, and then
He bends down and picks up this. It is a wand. Kind of long and slender, with the cap of it looks like a decorative spider that's kind of gripping the edge of it with this small purplish crystal as the abdomen of the spider.
This one's a wand of web. It allows you to cast spells of web through it. That one's not too bad. Then I've got this.
Like Spider.
No.
I said like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Now just
Here's a
imagine
web
if Nixie had Spider-Man web slinging.
Here's a web slinger and 4 cartridges of web juice.
He bends down and pulls out this little box, and he opens it up, and inside there is a rather large pearl.
Well, this one here has to be used by somebody who can cast magical spells. It allows you to regain some of your magical energy once per day.
Boom Boom will hold her hands out in the like universal give me like.
There is this.
And he pulls out another small box, but as he opens this one, it's the small chain, a gold chain, and hanging on it is this ruby that has been carved into the shape of a heart. And if you look very closely at the heart, there's faces that are like carved into either side of it.
This one, it allows you to fight off disease, or makes you immune to disease. Let's see what else I got.
He goes.
I got a few other things in here. One of them is
this, and he pulls out it looks like a potion vial, but as he like sets it on the counter, it's a little bit larger globe, and inside of it is this gray and black swirling mist-like substance.
This one, if you pull the stopper out, it fills the room with smoke, making it difficult to see, and it just keeps smoking and smoking and smoking.
Are we pretty loaded in this game? Do we have money, or are we broke?
Yes.
We also have a copper
Yeah.
mine.
Oh yeah,
That-
thank you.
That will
It's
never
been
make
like-
profits in our
it's been-
lifetime.
I
It's
know.
been like 2 days since we've had it.
Yvonne gets really close. What's his name again?
You never asked.
Did he?
We haven't learned
She
his
gets
name.
really. Okay, she gets really close to him and puts her finger in his lips. Shh. What's your name?
Does a turtle have lips?
No, it's a beak.
No.
No.
Hopefully, it's not a snapping turtle.
Not
One
quite
finger
that.
later.
And he kind of like pushes your hand away.
I
My
was
name-
speaking.
My name is Damu. What's yours?
Ooh, my name is Yvonne. What a beautiful name you have. Do you work here every day?
Well, nice to meet you, Yvonne. I am the owner of this shop, so I work here as often as I want to
Ooh.
make money. And thank you for thinking my name is beautiful. I actually find it to be very ugly. But
No. Don't ever say that. And she just runs her finger down his face. Do you make these potions yourself?
no, I usually make deals with the Bruise brothers over there, and they make them, and I sell some of them. But anyway, I'm trying to tell you all the things I've got, and he reads.
Do you have a lady in your life?
I actually am part of a throuple. It's quite interesting by chance. But here.
And like,
I just got one more thing to sell, and then I'll have a conversation.
and he pulls out this wooden.
The trouble, you said?
Yeah,
How is that going?
pretty great. In fact,
Would you like a quadruple?
Boom Boom is gonna look up at Lysander and go, maybe you want to give her the necklace. Which Boom Boom thought she would never say in her life. But here she is.
I'm uncomfortable with this. I'm gonna go back to selling my wares.
You are uncomfortable. You said you're in a trouble. You should be way comfortable with this.
I'm the sub. And I got
You're
this.
And he basically reaches on the counter and pulls out this long wooden box. And as he opens it,
And Ivan's gonna pull out a whip and just smack it.
Ain't got a whip.
I don't know. I don't know. She'll be like, stop it! You said you're the sub, so you listen to me.
You little bitch.
as he kind of
How did we get here?
How did we get here indeed?
as we open the box, as he opens this box, he kind of pulls out. It looks like a wood, just basically like a stack of pieces of wood, very thinly made pieces of wood. And then on the top of the wood is carved to look like a small boat.
So he's like, well, I got this. I don't know why the guy wanted to sell it. Boats are pretty handy to have here. But this thing is, you say a word and it unfolds into a boat.
A word.
A magical boat. It has a command word. I'm not gonna say it here in the middle of the store.
What is the word?
I ain't gonna say it. You'll know what
Is it
is
pumpernickel?
Buy it. No.
Could it be pumpernickel?
No.
Okay,
So
So-
Boom Boom does not fit this necklace of fireballs. She has already been bad.
You
Yvonne is gonna detect thoughts to see what she could say to get him to be seduced.
Why said
We
you're
have-
all alone? You have nobody now.
We have so much money. He's not alone. Zizzle is on your side.
Oh,
Zizzle is trying so hard.
No,
to
don't
move
worry.
this story
Boom Boom's
forward.
with them too, because Boom Boom's like, we already have a 20% discount. This is pretty cool. We can get a boat. The mission box could be anything, but the boat's a boat.
Um, so to sum up the things that are there, we'll get back to your detect thoughts. Number one, are you digging deeper or surface thoughts? That's important.
I will have to dig deeper. I don't know if he I don't know. I mean, how much of a pervert he is be thinking
This
seductive
is
thoughts
so
as he's
wise.
selling something.
So the items he has is an ever-smoking bottle, a folding boat, a parapet of health. Oh, there's one more thing he has. A pearl of power, a wand of web, a potion of hill giant strength, a potion of speed, 2 greater healing potions, and 2 regular healing potions. Those are the things he has. And then he has one more thing.
A +3 Vorpal Great Axe.
Imagine the stage presence with the bottle of smoke.
There would be no stage.
I know.
He kind of like he'll go, and there's another like a chest behind the counter.
I don't like bringing this out except for people who really are interested in buying.
But as he opens the chest up, you all get this immediate smell of brimstone as the box opens up, and just chugging. Vader's face is full. They're like, and as he reaches in, he pulls out a piece of cloth, and as he kind of shakes it out, you can see that it is a cape. And that smell just permeates the room.
This thing here, it allows you to cast a spell that will teleport you a good distance away once per day. And when you disappear, it leaves behind a little puff of smoke that obscures the
Look
area.
at the Montebank?
Monteblanc?
Montebank? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically,
Knew it.
you cast Dimension Door once per day, and the area where you either leave or appear is filled with smoke that lightly obscures the space around you.
At first, I heard brimstone, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's an iron flask with like something bad in it." I was like, "Don't give us that. We will kill ourselves. We'll fucking die in within the minute."
How many decks of many things do you have? I'd like to draw 7 cards right now.
No, you would not.
All right. Well,
That's not how it works.
Well, I'd like to use pot of greed, which lets me draw 3 cards from my deck of many things.
That's what it do, Yug. On a serious note, I could already teleport. Being able to teleport 500 feet away would be awesome. But out of things listed, Grimlich would benefit mostly from the potion of Hill Giant Strength and from the potion of Speed.
I will say you may have to come back for the prior to discount. The potion of speed is 10,000 gold,
What?
as is the
We
folding
don't
boat.
Hold on, guys. I got this. He's gonna give this to us for
Work it.
50 gold.
Work your magic.
Before we get to your digging into his mind, since you did try, I will allow you to make a persuasion or deception. I will let you choose. I'll say it'll be straight, but it might be much more difficult based on your approach. I won't give you a disadvantage, though.
You so.
Elon's about to get.
What can I do?
Elon's about to get involved with a polygamous group.
Yeah.
Turtles.
Either persuasion or deception, depending on.
27.
Jeez.
Deception 27.
She says pineapple, and he's like, "Oh."
Yes.
My word.
Pineapple, bitch.
Well, I am.
As he kind of goes over the rest of that, he turns back to you like,
I can't really agree to something like that, but if you would like, I could introduce you to Penelope. She's the one in charge.
I would love to meet Penelope.
You're right. Well, I'll pass the word along, and she'll reach out to you whenever she gets a chance. Where should I tell her to go?
What are you doing tonight?
Working.
So let's make a deal with these things that you're trying to sell us.
You're already getting 20%. I could do 5%.
I'm
more.
very interested in you.
Well, we can discuss that later.
Penelope can just
Boom Boom will
wait.
go, Zizzle, I thought you said slavery wasn't allowed here. I'm so confused.
What's it gonna take to have your clothes 100% off?
I could probably give you an extra 5% discount. That's about the best I could do to make. I still needs to make money here. And
We're not. Well, you know, you don't have to give things for free.
It kind of sounds like that's what you're asking for.
Just thought about it.
Well, he's probably asking when the enemy are coming there. Never mind, don't worry about that. She's thinking.
Well, you're thinking, is anyone interested in doing business? I mean.
So, I need to dig into his mind to see what I can tell him. Or
need is a strong word
like
there.
it's something
25%
secret that I could blackmail him to giving us these things to a cheaper price.
25% off is okay.
Of 10,000 gold?
That's for one potion that we don't have to buy right now.
He's not going to give you 90%
You wanna
off.
I know. But, 50% sounds good.
I mean, that's 2 items. That's 2 items. You guys have a lot of things to
Fine.
Yeah,
right.
we have.
But I
we
would
have
like
25,000 gold as a group. Like,
how much gold?
25,000.
Okay.
2,500.
Oh,
Not
2,500. I'm sorry. I'm
2,500.
I misspoke.
We're arguing about gold right now.
But I would still like to know something that is only he knows that I could use. Not today. In a later date, if you really need to get this boat.
That was
that I could
phenomenal,
blackmail
Zizzle.
him for.
Yeah, what kind of sub is he?
I know, what kind of sub is he?
Meatball.
So you're digging, or you're waiting until you finish the deal?
Well, I can do it while they finish the deal, right? I'm not buying anything.
I will repeat this that I said before, just for your edification.
I will wait
He
till the deal
knows
is done.
if he passes this save that you're digging in his
But he would want to sell his stuff, wouldn't he? It doesn't matter. I don't have to buy anything.
It very much does matter if you piss him off right before you buy the things.
Before we buy the things on discount.
Because just because you have a discount doesn't mean he's going to sell you anything.
Right.
I can wait.
Okay.
Zizzle, buy to your heart's desire.
Just check.
Okay,
So-
so we want the potions of healing, yes.
Potions of
Lysander
healing.
would like the pearl of power if it is something that I can utilize.
I think you just have to be a spellcaster. I don't
Yeah,
think
any
it's-
spellcaster can use it.
Yeah.
Would be good for
Um,
you as well, Lysander.
Okay, so
But I don't
buying
know the price of it.
Pearl of Power before discount 600. I'm going to add them all up and then calculate the discount. I think you can pretty much clean them out of everything except with the money you got, except the cape, the boat, and the potion of speed.
The only thing I wanted.
How much is the boat? I have no idea. I'm just curious.
1,000. So a discount would be 7,500 still. But
Not gonna lie, I thought the cape was gonna be the cape of billowing.
no.
No, it's actually a cape
Yeah.
that has use.
10,000 gold.
I was fucking ready for a cape bellowing.
But yeah, I mean, the potions of healing we definitely want. The wand of web, I have an idea for. The after this is Zizzle, I'm like, oh, these are magic item things. I can break these and make it better. I have no idea if you can do that yet. I haven't made any of the rolls. Where did my list go?
All right. Also,
gold-
are there any things like he would also be willing to trade if you have magical things that you don't want and or need?
So,
Because I believe I've given you guys a good bit.
very strongly out of character. I want to stress this, very strongly out of character. Out of character. This guy has 20,000 gold worth of stuff in front of us and is imminently robbable.
Yeah, we're not
So-
doing that. Lysander is here.
I had to throw it out.
You can
Listen,
certainly try.
y'all.
It-
This
in an alternate universe, maybe you can try robbing this guy.
say Zizzle is a good boy. All right. He's not Savage willing to human sacrifice folk. All right. He's not Desmond willing to just walk out on paying some dude because his brother was a prick. Zizzle is a good boy. He ain't
Okay,
stealing nothing.
this is what we're gonna do. I will go meet the throuple and distract them while you guys come in the night and steal the boat.
What? So I
I
don't need the
love
boats.
this idea.
It's
Please try.
What was the boat again?
a pocket
It's a
boat.
foldable boat. It's a foldable boat.
You can
Ooh.
unfold it to become a 10-foot
A boat.
rowboat, but you can also speak another word and unfold it to be a 25-foot keel boat, like a big fucking boat. Well, not that big.
Not big enough.
It's like basically a
So
canoe
let's start our
or
let's
a
start our
whaler.
pirate arc. Let's start our pirate arc, y'all.
So,
I mean, I'm not against it.
here's the breakdown of prices. Ever smoking bottle is 150. Parapet of Health is 400. Pearl of Power 600. Wand of Web is 100. Hill Giant Strength is 150. Greater Healing is 100. Regular healings are 50 apiece. So, like I said, you could wipe him out. The Cape of Montebank is 4,000. Potion of Speed is 10,000. Folding Boat is 10,000 also.
What about the potion of Hill Giant Strength?
150.
Well,
All right, so
Bread.
No, 150.
so Hill Giant Strength, the Pearl of Power,
Can I persuade him to give us
Wand of Web.
extra 5% off?
You did.
You
got
did.
25%.
You did.
No, above the 25.
That was your role. Was getting you 25%. Calm down.
I love the hustle, except
That
for
was a
25.
10% off roll. That was 27 for deception. Come on.
10%.
exactly how much do you
5%
care
discount
about
is a lot.
Penelope?
I'm sorry. 5% is a lot. when you're already getting 20%.
Well,
I think we should get them all, except for the $10,000 gold ones.
Well, or the cape. You can't get that yet.
That's fine.
How much is the cape total?
4,000. Well, minus 25%, so 3,000.
Yeah, we don't have that much money.
I mean, you have enough gold and probably have some things in trade that you could get up to that. But
For
that
some
would be
reason,
the
I
one thing you get.
thought, didn't Grimlich get a bunch of money too? Like,
Yeah, I got
if you
500.
wanted the cloak, it would help.
I got
the cloak.
500. I got 500. It's too much.
I mean,
It's either
I
we
have
get
some-
one thing that only one of us can use, or we get stuff that we can all use.
I think we should get all the potions.
Yeah, definitely potions.
Need. Definitely a need.
Yeah. I mean, the
So how
pearl
much
power
is
is
it
just a
for?
good get for how many spellcasters we have. You'll have to fight over it. And then
Great.
potion,
Oh, I'm
po-
fine.
potion of hill giant strength will make my strength 21 for an hour. So
that's pretty clutch.
yeah, either 21 or 23. It's one or the other. But still,
With everything but the folding boat, the potion of speed, and the cape of Montebank, with your 25% discount, it would cost you 1,275 gold.
Take it.
All right.
yeah.
So
Might
you-
as well.
So you have an ever-smoking bottle, a parapet of health, pearl of power, a wand of web, a potion of hill giant strength, 2 greater healing potions, and 2 regular healing potions. Somebody make note of that.
I am adding the
Just
potion.
how
of
much
hill
did you say
giant
the whole
strength
thing was?
to
1,200.
my shit.
1275 to it?
We'll just make it 1,200.
No. It's
We'll just
1275.
make it 650.
Make it $4. $3.50.
Tree fitty. All right, I've added the potion of hill giant strength to my inventory.
I think you guys have a party loot thing if you want to.
Yeah, I'm working on it now.
Boom Boom will
20
look
20.
over at Lysander and go, "You're putting on that pearl of power, I hear. And a necklace of fireballs has just opened up?"
There's just enough achievements slots for both of them. We haven't left town yet. You have to be good the entire time we're in the city.
Yeah,
think you
it's
should
only
fight
been a
him.
few minutes.
Boom
Boom,
Boom will
boom, I
go.
will give you my circlet of blasting if you fight Lysander for the pearl of power.
He turns around and the swaddle just starts hitting his chest.
Dainty little.
Yes, chaos.
Isn't your strength negative? So it doesn't mean you just do 0 points.
No,
of
Boom
damage
Boom
because you
actually
do.
has like an 11. It's like
Alright, now
getting
the
hit by
deal
a
is done.
full-grown ass adult with a tiny fist.
Now the deal is done.
Oh gosh, I don't want. That's terrifying for you to say in that fashion.
Casting detect thoughts?
What? Don't I have to use this after one?
I don't know.
As a feature. Where is it, babe? Oh, here.
Oh, you've cast it once already this way.
Yeah. Okay, so I will just cast it as a spell.
Alright.
The heck is it? Oh, here.
So you go to cast the spell.
Oh man.
You're muted, Sylvan.
You're also doing this with all the components, so you're verbally casting a spell.
So as you go to wield this magic inside this space, you focus on that energy that you gained through this bond you've made. Nothing happens. And as you kind of make that attempt, and you start to feel and realize that you cannot feel any connection to magic in this space.
Outside and do it. You're muted.
Muted.
Any attempt to use magic targeting the space inside the shop does not work.
That's fine. I'm gonna meet them tonight, so I got time.
Guys, I don't know they're robbable anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
It was an artificer
Well.
shop. Why did you ever think they were robbable?
Well,
Nixie looks up.
Nixie was good.
Nixie was good.
It's like she does a little bounce up and down.
Yvonne was great. What does Yvonne get for being good?
We'll find out when it happens.
She got a date.
How is this being good?
I didn't do anything. I just
Not,
sat here like a good kitty.
not you.
Not you.
Nixie. Head pats.
She like leans into it, just nuzzles.
Boom Boom will go. I was good. I was
Ugh.
good.
Holds his hand up and wobbles it back and forth a little bit.
Boom Boom will go. The shop is not on fire. And that was what Graham always said counts as good.
Okay, that is a very low bar. That is a good thing, but that is not the only good.
Well, also with low bars, I mean, Boom Boom will gesture to herself. I really don't need a whole lot to go under them.
Right, okay. You have wings. It's very easy for you to go over them, too.
Boom Boom will stop and like,
Yvonne would. What's his name again? Dom?
Damo.
Damo. So I'll see you tonight?
I don't know. I'd have to ask Penelope. If
Oh.
it's okay.
You don't have to ask Penelope everything, Damu. You don't even have to tell Penelope.
Well, I mean, she is right in the back room, so
that
she's working herself.
Boom Boom is like, doesn't
Working
have
herself.
to tell their significant other. Yvonne, I believe you're recommending what we call cheating in the Feywild.
Oh, they're in a trouble. There's no such thing.
I think that would just be cheating twice, right? Like, twice the cheating for half the work.
Boom
I
Boom's
guess,
like,
I don't-
math just starts again in her head.
That's it.
She turns to Damu. Are you in a polyamorous relationship?
Not generally, no.
Well, that means you're in an open relationship. So you can meet me tonight, and we can have a good time.
That's not what that means.
That means I'm in a throuple. There's 3 of us. We don't venture out among the group without Penelope's permission. Anyway, I hope you have a nice day. Thank you for your business.
I want to persuade him to come out on a date with me tonight.
Luck with that. He knows you tried to fucking use magic right in front of him.
Oh, he doesn't know what I used it for. Because it didn't work.
Generally, magic.
My,
when
how
you're
the
dealing with-
turntables.
Generally, magic when you're trying to make deals in a shop probably means something not good. What is the next stop? You have the Isle of Gods, but there are a few of you who do have rumors you wanted to chase down other places in the city. Hints of a drug being used in a seedier portion of town.
Yeah, that's in the Tangle from memory.
Yeesh. That is the horror district of the town, yes.
Which is where
Additionally,
Lysander needs to go to.
You let rats smell the blood. They might be able to sniff that bad guy that tried to eat Lysander. There are a lot of them, and they're kind of everywhere.
Maybe, but Sigurow's domain seems to be the Isle of the God. Oh my god, I need to get food to Siguro.
Isle
I
of
need to
Coin.
go- Isle of Coin, I'm sorry. My notes was covering up that half of the map, so it was hard for me to read it.
Isle, and then you guess the name. Just go for it.
Literally. Isle of God was in my notes, that's why that one came up.
So I need to go back to the Isle of Coin for a little bit and spend some time in the Featherdancer's Rest in the rooms doing some work, because I have a lot of things to finish up that I would like to get done. And I need to drop off food for Siguro, and maybe ask him about Yig. I can't imagine Yig went far and is probably hiding somewhere in town. Siguro and his rats might have an idea.
Can always tell where somebody is by the sniffs.
That is a statement.
So,
Zizzle wants
back
to go
to
the Isle
this
of Coin.
room.
Yeah, Zizzle wants to go to work. Zizzle was gonna ask our little artificer friend in there if he could rent a table, but we kind of got ushered out of the shop, and Zizzle doesn't want to bother that poor man again.
All right. So,
I think that could have been fun. You could have tag teamed the project. You would have gotten interested. Artificers are inquisitive, are they not?
Well, to be fair, Domo does like to tag team a lot of things. Hey.
Hence why we want to leave that poor man alone.
I wasn't thinking about that.
I mean, I did this to myself.
No, I've been stuck with a turtle and a gimp outfit this entire time. Fuck everyone here. My brain is like turtle, gimp outfit. Well, fuck me. I'll just sit here and think about that. Because I had it here. He's the sub. He's there. There we go. But brain went, yep, here we go. Let's go on this trip.
Good lord. Okay, so Zizzle wants to go to the Isle of Coin. Are you doing that now, or are you going to accompany them to the Tangles? Or are you going to? Who's going to the Tangles?
Lysander is. And in turn, Boom Boom is.
Yeah, he's like.
Nixie will go as well.
I'll go as well.
Grimlich's going
Did we?
search the Isle of Gods by himself.
I just work here, so
So
yeah, Grimlich's is just gonna get lost in the city, I guess.
with how the boats in this work, if we go to the Tangles, I don't know if we're getting to the other side of this entire city.
It's not impossible. Basically, island hopping. It's a silver piece per island hop. So coins to gods, gods to waves, waves to tangles would be 4 silver. But waves, you're right on the promenade which is right near the edge of the island. So it's a quick hop, single silver for you.
So, Boom Boom can fly. So Boom Boom flew alongside the boat. Would she have to pay a silver?
No.
You don't pay anyways.
We save our silvers here.
Yeah. All right. So.
You know what? Nixie will go on the broom next to Boom Boom, and then
Silver saved.
you're gonna come onto the broom with me occasionally, and we're gonna do a whole new world thing, and we're gonna go down and we're gonna touch the water, and we're just gonna sing together as we fly.
You can't
I
make
control
Boom
you.
Boom go near water.
So we have
Nixie's gonna show the world.
3 people on the boat, 2 people flying, and then Zizzle heading back to the Isle of Coin.
Do I make the poor decision to split the party? Yeah. Yeah, Zizzle's got to get his work done, otherwise he will never get this finished.
All right.
You know we're gonna run into like 10 fights on in the Tangle.
Yeah, either that or Zizzle's going to get kidnapped. Let's go.
All right. Who to start with? Somebody roll me a d20.
Want to roll die this session. 16.
All right. That's the Tangles crew. So, you board the ship. Well, boat, not ship.
A
Besides
little bit
you
before
who
that.
are
What?
flying.
Yeah. While waiting on the boat,
Mhm.
Boom Boom did want to do something. So she'll eventually hop off of the swaddle and walk over to Grimlich. And she'll go, hey, Grim.
Yes.
Boom Boom will reach into her bag and she'll pull out a little handkerchief. And she's going to tie it around his arm and go, thank you for fighting earlier. You really kept us from dying when all those guys were trying to murder us.
It was no problem. I was blown up, which I do not recommend.
Well, that was actually pretty cool. Anyways, and she'll pat him on the shoulder. You have Princess Boom Boom's favor. And she walks away.
I shall cherish this. Carry it with me always.
It was not a clean handkerchief, but is the handkerchief nonetheless.
He eats it.
Nasty.
So, as you pay the silver each for the 3 people riding on the boat, excuse me, you quickly are ushered across to the Tangles. Immediately upon setting foot on this dock, the boatman who's there leaves quickly. You stand at the base of an outcrop of stone that has a path leading up the hill out of the crater. Yep, right there. That kind of twists and turns up this gnarly rocky path that leads up this incline towards the top of this shelf. As you make your way up this rise, you each can see off to the left, peeking through every once in a while. As you kind of pass between rocks, you see a massive tower at the very end of this. You just, for the most part, you can just see the top of it, which looks like it's not flickering in the same way as fire, but it's a massive hovering crystal that looks like the shape of a candle flame. that is just, even in daylight, you can see that it is glowing brightly. You see just below it the tip of, it looks like a white candle. It is a tower of polished stone. But you can only just see, like I said, the top portion of it. You do see, from a distance even, very, very few windows. But there's a couple windows in there. Upon reaching the top of this twisting path, climbing the hill, you find yourself immediately immersed in the chaos that is this portion of this city. You see there is no major streets and walkways like the other portions of the city. This is buildings jackstrawed in all kinds of different construction, age, small narrow alleys that seem to zigzag between this tangled mess of buildings, of all of different construction. You see some that are the crumbled remains of ancient buildings that have been refit with wooden walls and roofs. You see some that are just no more than a yurt or a tent or some kind of temporary structure that has been there so long it has now become a permanent fixture to this place. It is dirty. It is loud with the sounds of all the people talking over each other as hundreds of people move throughout this warren of streets, or warren of paths almost, not even streets. There is no rhyme or reason to anything here in this section of the city.
Perception for sniffs.
Perception for sniffs. Go ahead and make a perception for sniffs. Is there something in particular you're sniffing for?
General smell of the area, whether or not there's food, if it smells bad, if it makes her feel like something is sus.
It smells like...
Is it rolling?
It rolled a 10.
I don't see the 10, but yes, go ahead.
It smells like... I never went, but I can only imagine what Woodstock smelled like. Unwashed bodies. And like as you walk, it changes so often. You walk past some of the buildings and some of the tents that you smell like this really intense smell of cooking food. And then 2 steps later, you're just hit by the smell of filth. And it's just continuously changing, and it's hard to really get a read on any one particular smell because they're all coming at you all at once.
Nixie will dry heave as cats do.
Yeah, it's
Gross.
so. What are you trying
Boom
to
Boom will
find
go.
first?
It's a good thing we spent all our money, or we wouldn't have any left after we walked through here.
All right. What are you trying to find first?
This is Lysander, right?
Oh, there are other people that needed to be here, but he needs to ask people some questions. We're gonna have to find somebody that seems like they know anything.
Well, they say in the books that the tavern keepers are usually people we go to for knowledge.
Doesn't
Right.
look like there's anyone well learned around here, though.
Sometimes the people with the most knowledge are not the people that are the most well-read.
Yeah, if you leave this up to Boom Boom, she is going to start tugging on people's pants legs.
We could head to a tavern if we can find one around here.
Boom Boom will go, I can figure that out. She walks up, finds the person, tugs her pant leg. Do you know where a tavern is?
You walk up to this person. Roll me a luck check.
Sure. That's a 13.
You walk up to this person and kind of pull on their pant leg, asking for a tavern, and you are immediately met with a glare. If you're looking for something to drink, go down that way. Look for the lazy jester. You'll find it. And then, like, they tug their sleeve away quickly and then continue walking off.
Boom Boom will go, hey, wait!
Ah.
Thanks, you're a cool guy. And she throws him a coin.
As the coin, basically, they turn and walk off. As the coin hits them, they kind of turn around and glare at you again, look down, and see the coin there in the mud, and just kind of reach down and pick it up. Wipe it on their
Thanks!
shirt, pocket it. You're welcome.
Boom Boom will run back over. Lili! Lazy
What?
Jester! Lazy Jester!
Well, a name's better than nothing, I guess. Maybe we can find somebody else that knows where it is.
He pointed. You would, Lysander probably would have seen him directly point, right? Boom
Was
Boom
he
just
watching?
forgot over the course of walking 5 feet away and walking back.
Well, if that's the case, maybe we'll start heading that way.
Why would a jester be lazy? Aren't they don't they work for a living? Grimlich, do you know why a jester would be lazy?
Usually if a jester was lazy, they'd be put to death.
Boom Boom will nod. That makes sense.
If you're not making a king or a queen or somebody of higher royalty laugh, then you are useless and then usually stoned.
Boom
Pretty
Boom will
quick
think
process.
We'll think for a moment and go, you know, if we get back to the Feywild, Lysander, would you like to be the jester? You're a hard worker. And funny.
I could
I'm
see
funny
this.
to you.
Boom Boom will nod. Hilarious. Remember when you were hitting your head earlier?
There goes your necklace of fireball. Boom boom.
Boom Boom will frown and go, wait, no, I didn't do anything wrong. I got us directions.
Yeah, nothing's on fire yet.
I feel like in this area, Nixie would be kind of on high alert.
I feel like we all
Alright.
should be.
Just
Alright.
like constantly like looking around.
All right. Who's leading the way to try and find this place?
I mean, logic
It's-
dictates it.
It's gotta be Lysander.
Hey,
Logic dictates.
It's
as
gotta
I
be Boom
recall,
Boom.
as I
She has the
recall,
direction.
Nixie and Boom Boom were leading the way when they saw the giant fish in the sky. So that's why I must ask.
Nixie is going to be holding Lysander's hand as she is small and likely to be kidnapped in her mind.
Never mind the fact
Catnap.
that you can go through a person at Mach 7.
She's just like,
Being catnapped is not what I am here for. You hold my hand.
and she's gonna put her hand out and grab it.
What does everybody around us think of this site?
Number of people there, I mean, they look like poor people and just kind of run down on their luck. Most of them seem to be giving you a pretty wide berth because you are a very unique looking group of individuals. There's a few people in the crowd who seem to pay you more interest, but give me an insight check.
I'm not very good at that. 14?
Mostly curiosity for the people who are not giving you a wide berth and paying a little more attention to you. But that's about the best you can read.
Nobody
Just
that-
like you're a very weird looking bunch of people. All right, so go ahead and either give me perception or persuasion as you try and find your way to the lazy jester.
Just Lysander, all of us.
Can I help him?
He's leading the way, but one person can help. And go ahead.
Actually, persuasion might actually be better. So with advantage.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
never mind.
Well,
I misunderstood the
persuasion,
assignment.
I got 21.
all right. You do manage to some of those people who are curious about you guys approach a couple of them, and it doesn't take you long to find direction. It doesn't take you long to find the directions to get to the place, but you do have to ask several times as you travel down one set of alleys and immediately get lost and end up having to take a few different paths to get to where you're finally going. And eventually you do find what looks like it was once a very big stone building that only two of the walls remain, but there's an opening, like a doorway opening, that still stands, and above that doorway is a wooden sign that's kind of tilted to the side with this very poorly written script that says "The Lazy Jester."
Looks like we found it.
All right, you headed in?
Yeah, if I can wrangle everybody.
All right. As you pass through that stone doorway, you find yourself not inside an inn, but you are standing out on the outside of what was once a brightly colored circus tent, now faded and dingy and stained many different colors. The flaps of the tent are currently open, but it looks like at one point in time it was nice.
Not what I
You
expected.
head through the tent flap inside, and though it is warmer than outside. You can definitely tell. You can see how there's some threadbare sections of the tent where the wind is kind of makes its way in. Scattered throughout, you see small tables with that are kind of clustered around little braziers. It seems like most of the people are near those tables, kind of staying close to the fire, but it doesn't seem to heat the space very well. You see along one side there is a short bar, and behind the bar you see dressed kind of like the circus tent. Like one time these were bright and colorful clothes, but since it's long since they have been cleaned and serviceable, a scruffy faced human man, probably in his 40s, that's just kind of behind the bar, leaning against the wall and just picking his teeth.
Oh, what do you think, Boom Boom? Should we ask him?
Boom Boom will go. So who do you need to find?
Apparently, there's talk of a seer around these parts.
Boom Boom has already walked off. Hops up onto a bar stool, looks up at him, and goes, "Hey, do you know about a seer in these parts? I got coin," and she'll slap 5 gold coins on the counter.
Well, now, I'll do anything for some money if it means just telling you something that everyone should know. What do you need to know? You trying to find the place, or are you just trying to figure out what information you want? Because 5 gold is a lot, my friend.
Boom Boom will look back at Lysander. She'll go, "Well, I don't know." Yeah, we need to find them.
Everything you know about it. How about that?
Well, I couldn't tell you everything about it because everyone just talks about it. I don't know. But apparently there's a place that's down closer to the candle shop run by a devil. But she seems to be able to see the future, be able to tell when somebody's gonna die. Or just tell you if you're having good or bad luck. I really couldn't tell you for sure. I've never been there.
Boom Boom will spin on the stool, look over at Lysander, hold her hands out. Boom Boom did good. Boom Boom earned necklace.
I said till we were out of the city.
Boom Boom will go, "What? I mean, isn't the city all the stuff, all the islands, and we're not on an island anymore?"
Another island.
No.
I mean,
I've seen some
technically
map.
you are on the mainland, but you're still in the city limits.
I've seen the map. Yeah.
I've seen the map. I saw a map once.
So is there anything else I can help you with besides telling you rumors that you could have heard from anyone that you so handsomely paid for?
As he like snatches the coin up and shoves him in a pocket before you have a chance to take it back.
Boom Boom does not even acknowledge that. Boom Boom goes, "Yeah, but you're a tavern keep. That's like what we're supposed to do."
Oh, well, I appreciate you coming to me to find this information out, but I'm happy to help you with anything else. Would you like a drink?
And as he like sets a mug down on the counter, you can see that it gets wiped out, but the rag that wipes it out
It ain't
probably
clean.
is not clean because the mug is certainly not clean. It is streaked and smeared with
Every
onion.
OSHA violation has been broken. Boom Boom will look over at everybody. He's offering us drinks, guys.
Well, I could at least give you
Ah,
a
yeah,
round for
for
the
now.
money you spent for information.
I'm not thirsty.
Do you have an almost gone bottle we could just have?
Well, for the money you gave me, I think I could manage that. And he reaches behind the counter and just snatches up a bottle and just sets it down. It's
Boom Boom will go, good man, slaps down 5 more gold from her bag.
eyes going wide, quickly snatches it up, shoves it in a pocket.
Oh,
You certainly are
you
a
gotta
generous
reduce this
bunch.
again.
Would this guy like know any information about potential underground things?
You could ask him for sure. But you don't know.
I'm surprised no one in the group has also stopped Boom Boom from flashing this much coin in a seedy area.
I just see Fly's face. Like, nope, I can't say nothing because I'm not there.
I'm not there. I can't help.
Dixie is deeply considering just like trying to pickpocket Boom Boom so she doesn't have anything else to put out, and then just give it back when they leave.
I am surprised that Boom Boom has cash on her. I thought she gave it all to Lysander.
Oh, he got a.
You got a note that said, here you
Well,
go,
he
good
gave
luck
me a
with her.
sack that had money in it, but I don't know if that was all the money that she had.
Yeah, that,
It's kind of just payment for watching her.
that was the compensation for dealing with her. That was not her money.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Do you know anything about any underground information? Perhaps a spy-related murderous intent of people that do bad things? A dwarf that looks like this?
And she'll explain.
Like for the most part, as you're describing this to him, actually, as you describe it to him, make me an insight.
Boom Boom would like to make an insight too.
I think it's past the nose.
So
It's very fair.
Both pretty good. As you're kind of describing the look of this dwarf, he is interested because you just gave him a shit ton of money. Well, not you, but the one of your group gave him a shit ton of money. But as you mentioned the description of the dwarf, and you mentioned the blue lips, you can see him like freeze for a moment and go kind of pale. Just calm down. Don't start talking about things like that. The guards might not be around here. There's certainly people who don't like their business being known.
Good to know.
I don't know anything
Do
about
you know anything No dwarfs? What's the blue stuff?
It's called Sanish. It's a drug. Brought from another continent.
Do you know anything about
nasty
cultists
stuff.
while I'm here?
Nothing about any cultists. All I do know is Stannis has come down from the north. They bring it in, distribute it south. And they have individuals in the city who are caretakers of those shipments. There may be one around here, or there might not be. I don't know. Perhaps.
Okay.
Boom Boom's like eyes will sharpen as she goes. Some more stuff coming down from Oakenshield, right?
This is
And
not
to people
your
who
ring.
normally interact with like people who normally interact with Boom Boom, like she never really seems to really paid much attention. So like she suddenly's just like, oh, so it's from Oakenshield.
Good to know that you're also not paying attention, because it's Oaken Hold.
Ah, fuck.
Gave yourself away. You gave yourself away.
So fucking clever. That's like, yeah, no. Boom Boom will say Oakenhold.
I'm assuming that that's what you meant, but player-wise...
Yeah,
I know, I throw a lot
player-wise, I got the fucking name wrong.
Well, seems you guys do know a little bit. It's a nasty group that brings it in. I don't like the stuff. I don't like seeing people on it. It's not good for the city. People might think that this section of the city is trash, but it's my home still.
You know when they bring it in? Boom Boom will kind of like rest her like knuckles on her cheek as she's just sitting there like kind of just half talking, half thinking.
I don't know much about their operation. I just know that people in this city suffer, especially in the tangles.
Are you trying to say that you wouldn't be sad if a couple of their shipments went missing?
I wouldn't be sad if all their shipments went missing. It's not business that's usually discussed out in the open, though.
Well, if you ever know where they're bringing it in through, maybe it'll stop coming in through there.
Well, all I can tell you is look for the one that looks human, but not quite. Their eyes look a little different, like a snake in the grass, trying to hide in plain sight.
Boom Boom will nod and go, well, thank you. She goes to reach for her coin pouch, which I imagine is not there because of Nixie. Well, thank you. And she'll hop down.
Get out of here.
And after that very serious moment, she'll walk up to Lysander and hold her hands up.
Back in the swaddle you go?
Yes. My legs are tired.
I love how you're not concerned where your wallet is.
The total lack of care.
Unless everybody wants to get anything to eat or drink.
You bought a bottle.
Nope.
I think it's still on the
Nope.
counter.
Yeah.
We're good.
See, like the bottle might be okay,
You bought it.
So.
but I don't think I'd trust it. Nixie doesn't trust the glasses. Nixie doesn't trust anything that's going on in here. She is basically like, I will take the bottle, but I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. But I will certainly not be consuming.
I assume at random times, Boom Boom is just so amused by like Grimlich that she'll be like Grimlich, and he just throws something for Grimlich to eat. You're like, ah.
Yep. Yeah, he'll do it.
feeding the baby bird.
That's me.
So, you headed out again?
Down towards the candle, I believe, is where we need to go.
Mm-hmm. All right. Lysander leading the way once more, I'm assuming.
I guess.
All right. Go ahead and give
You
me
should
that.
let me do the persuasion.
Nixie's holding Lysander's hand again.
I mean, this is a very
Boom Boom has a
charismatic group.
+7.
Exactly.
Yeah. Boom Boom actually has a +7 to persuasion.
+7.
Yes.
She is a princess after all.
Let me do it. Let me do it, Coach. Put me in.
If you want.
All right. So go ahead. Oh, Jesus.
That's a natural 20 from Lysander's chest. Boom Boom has crossed her arms, and she will go. Bring me to that one. Hello, good day, good sir, madame.
You actually approach this elderly woman who looks just like this gnarled old root, just crooked hands and just frail old lady, but looks like she's seen some things. Then she kind of turns around at the sound of your voice, looks up at Lysander.
You got a voice coming out of your chest, young'un.
Good day, man. It is I, Princess Boom Boom.
What the hell?
Child.
How can I help? What do you want?
There's a seeress in these parts, in yonder parts, that I would like to much speak with.
I see. Oh. You people, and you're following your rumors. Jesus. Why did you ever leave that poor woman and her child?
Never heard of that god.
That way? Starfall's remnants. It's... Go down the path on your 6th left. You'll see it. It's right there. Why don't you people ever leave the poor...
Boom Boom will go. Thank you kindly, my lady.
On her plate. You don't need people like you bothering her all the time.
Excuse me, old woman. I'm a man. Oh, man, and I'm not old. I'm 35.
You've had a hard life, haven't you?
All right. Following the instructions of this gnarled old woman, you quickly come to the outside of a fairly large... you're actually probably down one more square. Straight down. Fairly large, well-built building by comparison of most of the things you've seen. There's some sections of... It's like most of one of the old ruined buildings that has been refurbished with a new roof, and you see a few of the larger holes in the walls have been patched, but otherwise all 4 of the walls still stand. You see the front of the building, the stones have been painted. With each of the stones has been kind of painted with a starburst or a shooting star or some other celestial, or not celestial, but like night sky-esque motif. You've got a moon and you've got like shooting stars and things like that all painted into the side. And a very large, well-designed sign that says the Starfall's remnants. But yes, you stand outside this building. What What you gonna do?
Slowly open the door and watch my little kids run around.
As you push open the door, it is warm. Even for a shop, it's warm and inviting. Unlike the rest of this place, it smells rather pleasant. Of incense and herbs and other things. Looking around, you can see a number of different racks and shelves carrying all kinds of different wares that you can go through. Kind of moving throughout the shop, looks like early 20s-ish woman who's looks like she's stacking the shelves with kind of this pale skinned with red gold hair that kind of hangs down in these loose waves that all the way down to like her knees. Very long hair. She's dressed in kind of a simple embroidered cream colored dress. Then as you kind of see her stacking the shelves, you see standing behind the counter at the end is this like snow white skinned statuesque tiefling woman with again same kind of waist length long hair that's been braided into cornrows. And as she kind of turns to look at you, you can see her eyes are extremely dark, but getting closer, you see they're not black, they are blue. And as she kind of moves and smiles in your direction, there's beads in her hair that kind of clink together. Her horns are black, and they do have a kind of a corkscrew up and back that are capped with gold. Looks very friendly face, wearing similar to the outside of the shop, wearing a dark blue dress with the stars and moon and things like that, like embroidered into it.
Nixie will go up to the counter. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Welcome, travelers, to Starfall's Remnants. I am Saxori. This is my shop. How can I help you this afternoon?
Nixie will walk up to the counter.
You have very pretty hair. Do you have anything that I could put in like a handkerchief over my face? I'm sorry, I have a very sensitive nose and the outside is really messing with it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Meanwhile, Boom Boom is confused as hell.
Lord.
18.
She kind of looks down at you and smiles, and from her sleeve she pulls out this handkerchief. I know the feeling. I don't go out much anymore. It's gotten worse over the years. Be amazed at how much changes in a century. And as you take it and you can kind of smell it, it's like not floral, but it's more like a spicy incense, but it's very comforting. It's like cinnamon almost.
Nixie will take a sniff and then look up, beaming from ear to ear.
Thank you so much.
And
She smiles.
she's just so happy. And then she's gonna like kind of prance back to Lysander, hold it up, and be like,
The very nice lady gave me this. It sniffs like cinnamon.
and she's gonna kind of bounce up and down a little bit.
She's like, I now have something that I can put on my face when we go outside, because that's just... Oh.
And she's gonna make the sound and just look down like she was traumatized.
Do we need to pay for this?
Oh no.
And she'll prance back up to the counter and she'll be like,
What do I owe you, ma'am?
on the house. Assuming you guys buy something else. Welcome to my shop. Like I said, I have many things to pick from. I have wares of all types. Basically, she's got the run-of-the-mill adventuring gear from the Player's Handbook. But in addition to the things that I have out front, I do have a few special items for more discerning clientele.
What might that
At
be?
this point, Dixie would very carefully put Boom Boom's wallet back on Boom Boom.
Rookie mistake. Boom Boom will like fly off Lysander. She goes to a corner, is digging through the corner, and she'll come back with a bell because that's in the adventuring equipment. She'll put the bell on the counter. One of these, please.
Well, I certainly.
I also
can
closed my eyes and pointed at it. At the list.
Well, I have a few items that are here. She kind of goes behind the counter and unlocks this heavy banded chest, and pulls out a few items, setting them down on the counter. The first thing is a set of musical pipes. These have a very haunting sound when you play them that disturbs people who hear it. Makes them a little frightened of you. Pulls out another like large jug that has different corks all around it in different stoppers. This is an odd one. Somebody sold this to me not too long ago. It apparently makes different things. I don't know why you'd need to make oil and mayonnaise and wine all at the same time, but hey, whatever. That's what people do. And I have... Let's check this. Sorry, I'm looking at stuff. I have this, and she pulls out a wand. Rather simple wand. Looks like it's made out of some kind of grayish metal, capped with a reddish orange gem. This one benefits people who can cast spells, makes them more powerful, and makes their spells more effective. And the last thing, where did it go? Aviami, where's that deck?
We will die.
Draw 5 cards.
You
No.
you see the young girl who's kind of stocking shelves, just kind of, oh, I was just looking at the cards today. I didn't use any of them. And she kind of runs back over and pulls from her pocket this small deck of cards. Make sure you put them back when you're done with them. This is a deck that allows you to create illusions from different cards.
Yeah.
As all the players sigh with relief, because I'm not that stupid to give this group a deck of 5 things.
I was ready to draw from the deck of many things.
No,
I know you were.
I would have drawn from a deck of some things.
And then she kind of holds her hand out and sets it down. I usually keep this one on me, but it's technically part of the store's stock. And she sets her hand down and points to one of the rings on her hand. It's a silver ring that has 2 ram heads that look like they're butting together, etched into the metal. So to summarize that in normal terms, it's a ring of the ram, pipes of haunting, the alchemy jug, the deck of illusion, and the wand of the war mage.
Oh. Wand of the war mage.
Nixie will go over to the other girl and look up at her and be like,
You have very pretty hair.
Well, thank you. It's a lot of work, but I like to grow it out long. And as you are closer to her, you can see, like, as she kind of looks down at you, her eyes look like polished copper. They're not a normal color.
Hear me out, guys. This Wand of the War Mage. It's pretty good. It is very good for either Lysander, Zizzle, or Boom Boom.
Yeah,
It is
one of the war mages is good.
super good if we hit the fight around cover. Because it ignores half cover.
Mm-hmm.
Deck of illusions will allow me to itch
full
my
Yu-Gi-Oh.
scratch my Yu-Gi-Oh itch.
The front
we have
card
to
is a
have it.
dragon, and then there's another blue dragon, or white dragon. Another white dragon.
Summarizing prices,
"I'm just
pipes
one
of
of the
haunting.
use them?"
Pipes of haunting is marked at 600. Alchemy jugs 300. Deck of illusion is 200, and the wand of the war mage is 1,000 gold. That is without any
How much
kind
money
of
we got?
persuasion or convincing prior to.
How much we got?
I think 1,900, something like that. If flat.
We've got 14.
We have
1467 left.
Yeah.
We spent 12.
14.
Still have
And
a
then we'll
lot of
go.
stuff to trade too, don't we?
So, Grimlich, if you got this deck and I got another deck, can we duel?
Duel.
We could. That'd be great.
But isn't all the money with Zizzle? Did we bring anything?
Question.
Don't think we would have one person take all of the group's money.
I guess. Yeah.
If he knew we were going shopping, I don't know if he'd just leave us without it.
This is like I'm taking the money with me for my stuff.
Nixie's like, I've got a broom and I'm real fast. I can be back in a jiffy.
Oh, Zizzle has Kronk with him. He probably would have left the money with Lysander. As the responsible member going.
Boom Boom, meanwhile, I was just looking at Lysander and going, now hear me out. This wand can double our killiness.
What's the ram ring do?
It like shoots essentially shoots like a ram out, and like it you do. I think it's like a ranged spell attack,
Yeah.
and it does
let
like
me-
bludgeoning damage, a certain amount of bludgeoning damage.
let
Force
me-
damage, I think.
Alright. 3 charges. Rings gain 1d3 charges daily at dawn. While wearing the ring, you can use an action to spend 1 to 3 charges to make a ranged spell attack against one creature you see within 60 feet. The produces spectral ram's head, plus 7 bonus damage. On a hit, each charge you spend does 2d10 force damage and pushed 5 feet away from you. Alternatively, you can spend 1 to 3 charges as an action to try and break an object you see within 60 feet that isn't being worn or carried. The ring makes a strength check with +5 bonus for each charge you spend. So it does some force damage.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
What was the thing with the oils again?
what?
I'm gonna find that out. The thing that made the oils.
Jug of
Alchemy
alchemy.
Jack.
Alchemy jug. Okay.
We could have so much mayonnaise.
It's a ridiculous amount of mayonnaise. It's like a gallon of mayonnaise. Or some ridiculous
too much.
amount.
It is way too much mayonnaise.
Yes.
Boom Boom just spends the rest forever eating mayonnaise out of it. It's 2 gallons of mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's
too much. It's too much.
obscene amount. The Ring of the Ram is out of your price range, though. It is 5,000.
I like to think that Boom Boom would fall in the jar at the end. Just get stuck.
It makes 4 gallons of beer.
That's an adequate amount of beer.
Boom Boom will also go, we also heard you could, like, see the future. How much does that cost?
God damn these fucking rumors. I don't see the future. I don't. It's not me the rumors are about. They might say it's me. Aviami. She has visions. They're frightening sometimes. But she's not a seer. She doesn't tell the future or predict anything. She just gets trapped in these visions.
And you can see as she's talking, the girl is just sort of standing there with her head down.
Boom Boom will look over at Lysander. This is the whole purpose for being here.
Yes, I was told to seek her. Do
Told
not
by
know why
who?
yet. A third party that I put my faith into. One that has not led me astray before.
Well, like I said, there are visions she has, but she doesn't call them to herself. They take her randomly. They cause her pain. They cause me pain.
Perhaps we
If you
can
say
help.
this third party means well, maybe there's a chance she can control it.
Or they can control it.
Aviami, are you well?
Yes. I want to help, but I don't know how. I don't know what I can do.
Would Lysander know what he could do at the moment?
Well, you can certainly try something.
he's never been able to actually call upon the patron by himself, right?
Have you ever tried?
Guess not. I guess they would see Lysander walk over to her and ask if he could take her hand and possibly try to communicate that way.
As you approach and reach out your hand, Aviami looks at her mother and she nods but sighs.
I'll do what I can.
And she takes her hand.
He's gonna close his eyes and try to communicate with his patron.
All right. Make me just a straight charisma roll. And are you saying anything or doing anything as you kind of do this?
Basically, he's just gonna call out the name and say, I'm here where you wanted me, and if this is the one you seek, let me know what to do from here.
All right. Make that charisma roll.
16.
All right. As you kind of stand there holding her hands, she closes her eyes and you whisper. You feel that warmth that starts to grow in your chest, very faint. And as it spreads down your arms to your hands, you feel that warmth almost like it kind of pools into your hands, and then you feel it kind of moving out of your chest. It all is concentrated now in your hands. And for a moment, you stand there just holding her hands before the warmth is gone. And Aviami screams as she erupts in this golden light that surrounds her, you, and who would be standing nearby when Lysander did this, like within a few feet? Well, Boom Boom probably.
Nixie.
Yeah, Boom's strapped to his chest.
The boom strapped to his chest. Are
Isn't
you still in
Nixie
this?
holding her hand?
It would be too absolutely amusing for Boom Boom. Boom Boom's last words as she starts to erupt is literally, "It wasn't me! It wasn't."
All right.
Nixie would have been standing nearby, kind of just staring at the situation, like, you know, like in between the two, just like watching back and forth.
Yeah. And as you all stand there, Boom Boom emphatically denying it as this radiant light explodes out from this girl. You feel it warm and then get hot and burn as you take 3 points of radiant damage. And as she screams and leans her head back, her voice that comes out, not her voice, but a different voice, a familiar voice to you, Lysander. But you all hear this. They seek to topple the world. The earth will shudder as its roots wither and die. The fires of the last bastion will be snuffed for all eternity, plunging the world into frigid darkness.
The blind and the mute will be severed, their ties to one another torn asunder, as their domains merge as they once were. The tetrad of children will crumble under their grand glass temple, piercing the sunfall with their dying cries. She returns to that screaming in her own voice, and you take 2 more points of radiant damage before the familiar voice to you, Lysander, continues. The shadowed
Is this
one.
everybody that's in within a certain distance?
Yeah,
Sorry.
so Lysander, Nixie, Boom Boom, who are within 10 feet. The shadowed one, the rotting hand of the ever-hungry, will corrupt the land, turning light into darkness, joy into suffering, life to death. The all-consuming one will be set free once again. The Lady of Creation will weep as her limbs break, the life she provides drowned in darkness. And one last, woo, that was a big bounce. 2 more points of radiant damage as she finishes speaking. Her voice as her own, rising into a higher pitch scream before she crumples to the ground unconscious. I'll do you a favor.
Excuse me, DM.
Please,
Now
thank you.
Lysander feels like Dr. Douchebag.
Yeah, Boom Boom will add.
Yeah,
Lysander, what the fuck?
yeah. What does Boom Boom get if Lysander blows somebody up?
He didn't know it was gonna happen.
There you
Nixie
go.
will get close and make sure she's still
Appreciate
breathing.
you.
I figured that's what you wanted. She is still breathing. It looks like the damage that she was causing, she was taking as well.
Yeah, it's fascinating to watch Fly go during these moments. I have to add, she's watching like just slamming on the keyboard trying to keep up.
If it's something like that, I will usually send you a message because it's a lot. I talk fast and there's some things in there. But as we step away from that situation, we fade and we cross the city to the Isle of Coin, where we see a small blue kobold marching through the streets. A sack of food, freshly procured, in your hands as you make your way towards Sigro's house.
And he
the
probably
day
would have stopped at
continues-
some point to find a pair of.
Go ahead.
He would have also stopped to make sure he grabbed a pair of matching earrings
Oh,
for Sigro.
As you kind of march along, Kronk at your side, carrying this very large sack of food that is made lighter by your magic, you don't seem to notice the shadows following you, darting from street to street as you make your way. And that's where we'll end tonight, I think.
Oh man.
Hooray!
No one died.
Lysander killed a child.
She's alive.
No, she's not. Circle of blasting.
Wow. Before that happened, did you guys buy anything?
Probably
Nope.
got the wand of the war mage.
Oh, thank
Okay.
God.
I mean, you
I
could
don't
have
know if
had
anybody wants
time
anything
to
else, but
bargain or barter.
Yeah, Boom Boom would have tried to talk her down a little bit, like 100 gold.
Okay. Go ahead.
10%. Give us
Give
10%.
Give me a quick persuasion check.
That's an 11.
That's 1,000 gold.
What do you guys think? It's pretty freaking good.
Can Yvonne say, "Oh, we came all this way, and we
Give Boom Boom advantage.
through all
I'm about
this."
to blow up your child.
Well, let's
Yeah.
say this happened
the cat
before
feeding.
that.
That's why I said I'm about to.
Go ahead and make your check advantage as Yvonne tries to help.
Nice.
That's a 26.
All right. Roll me a D12.
Come on, big money. 10. We take those.
Yep. So she will give it to you for 850.
You guys good with this?
350.
I'm good with it. I don't know if you guys wanted anything else that she had, or
I cannot benefit from any of it.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Alright.
I would like one murder wand, please.
Would we be able to trade any of the stuff that we have, like a jeweled knife or a pearl?
I gotta keep the pearl.
You have to have the pearl.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
for
that's-
identify.
For
Okay.
Spale. Let me see what all you got in your party loot. Actually, let's discuss that next time. You could probably
Okay.
find a place for that, but let's discuss that next time as we check in with you guys, see,
Yeah.
make sure you guys had fun. Went a little long.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeet.
Yep.
It tends to always go long. We are a bag full of cats. I'm sorry. Really, there's no other way to describe it.
We are.
Without
But-
fail.
As long as you all have fun. That is
Oh, yeah,
the
for
main
sure.
thing.
Boom Boom is fun because I get to turn my brain off. Just
Same.
turn half my brain off and just like, don't think about it too hard, just do it.
That's yeah.
Kinda what
That's
me
pretty
too.
much Grimlich too, because it's like Grimlich has no context for anything that's going on, like any of this, like mystery, and he's just like, hey, I'm just here.
I'm just here for the beer.
I think he's paying a little bit more attention because she's not high right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Same.
as long as everyone's having fun.
Lysander's like, we gotta go talk to the seers. Boom Boom's like, cool, seers exploded, and she's like, yes, that's what Lysander wanted to do?
Hmm?
I think it's mighty strange that you tell Boom Boom she can't blow anybody up, but the first person you meet, you just blow her up.
Lysander's really quiet
it's
all the time, and then one time he's like, boom! Boom's like,
and it's a child.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for all of those who stuck around to watch, thank you so much. We are Disorderly Decisions. We are built for chaos. No other way to describe it. 100%. And thank you all.
Yeah, we were built for disorder.
Yeah,
It's in the name.
that exactly. Exactly. But anyway, you all take care, be safe, have fun. And I'm still looking for somebody to raid and see. Drunk and Dragons. What the hell?
Oh! Respect. That's a good name.
Let's do it. Raid them.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna reread this prophecy like 4 times.
Good
All
night,
right.
everyone.
Yeah, it was a lot longer than I was expecting.
Good night.